All right, Shalom. All praises goes to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors goes unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that have taught me the truth. And much love and peace and blessings goes out to all the hopeful elect that are teaching the word of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. This will be a lesson. I'm going to do a reading of the book of Sirach, chapter 4, and verse 11 through 19. Going into the relationship between wisdom and suffering to receive it. You understand? Because wisdom in the scriptures is likened unto a woman. Now, most of you brothers and even some sisters out there are familiar with the terms of waiting for a woman. When you got a strong desire for a woman, usually you will withstand a lot of suffering and patience in order to get that woman. Well, the same applies to levels of wisdom in this truth. You don't just overnight become the wisest brother or attain to everything the Most High wants you to know when you are first beginning in this truth. It takes time. It takes effort. It takes diligence in self-examination, understanding yourself and what you need to add to your walk, and a constant repetition. See, because once you understand what you need, then comes the part where you have to repeat it. And you're going to go through ups and downs. You're going to go through times when you fail. You're going to go through times when you're low. But you're supposed to cleave unto wisdom, which is a spirit given from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai throughout all those times. And your errors and your mistakes are necessary because it makes you more familiar down the line when you understand what not to do and what to do, because really that's all wisdom is. It's the understanding of how to operate in the spirit, because wisdom could be applicable to any way of walk. You could be wise in your speaking skills. You can be a wise mechanic. You can be a wise basketball player that knows the fundamentals and the tips and tricks of playing basketball. But the wisdom which prevails is the wisdom in fearing the Most High. And that wisdom, it comes through reading these scriptures, listening to your teachers, and applying these things. And it's much easier said than done, but let me get right into this. It says, wisdom exalteth her children and layeth hold of them that seek her. See? So there's that term seeking when it comes to obtaining wisdom and being exalted by wisdom. You have to seek it. You have to search it. Just like, you can compare it to people that are seeking other things, seeking a nice body. So what you do, you put in that overtime in the gym. When you seek the wisdom of the scriptures, you have to read the scriptures and you got to go through things. And those things, those experiences give you more insight on what the scriptures is talking about, because the scriptures is a heavy book. The books of wisdom, the books of the history, the books of Yahushai suffering, the gospel, the writings of Paul. It doesn't just come overnight. So let's keep reading. It says, he that loveth her loveth life, and they that seek to her early shall be filled with joy. See? Because there's a proper time frame when it comes to seeking wisdom, because the scriptures also tell you how there will be a time when you can't seek the Lord, when the evil days come. Because that's really the whole point for us in the ministry, to be seeking after this godly wisdom. It's not just to be exalted or feel good about ourselves or boast in what we know. No, it's because we understand what's to come in the latter days. This is judgment. And those not endowed with the wisdom of the scriptures, they're going to be asked out. They're going to be getting judged out here. Because the scriptures also say wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of the times we're going to approach. So it says, he that holdeth her fast shall inherit glory. And Salakia, let me pause this video for a moment. Salakia, video is interrupted. Let me read verse 13 again, which is where I left off. He that holdeth her fast, which is referring to wisdom, shall inherit glory. And wheresoever she entereth, the Lord will bless. See? Because to hold something fast means to hold it tight. To hold something fast means to hold it tight. You know what I mean? So the reason being why you have to hold fast unto wisdom is because there's going to be much opposition as you walk in this truth to get you out of that spirit of obtaining wisdom, be it your own flesh, laziness, pride, things within your spirit that can separate you from wisdom, or even outside forces like a woman. You dealing with women issues, money issues, which could drive you to overly being worried about making money, oppression from the job. You know, all these things play at your mental, but be that as it may, you have to look at everything in a positive light, be thankful, and still focus on the mission. It says, wheresoever she entereth, the Lord will bless, because you receive blessings through wisdom. And more so the spiritual blessings of understanding, of fellowship, of thanksgiving, you know, because some brothers are blessed on a carnal level, like with children and money and a wife and so forth, or a good job, good amount of money, houses. Those the Lord could give brothers that, but the main thing about the blessings which we're going to receive is a spiritual one, and the biggest blessing of all is salvation. Salvation and the destruction. Okay, it says they shall serve her. They that serve her shall minister to the Holy One, and them that love her, the Lord doth love, because this is that direct relationship to serving Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai through obtaining this wisdom. It's almost like a proxy. It's like wisdom is the in-between, because you can't go between before the Heavenly Father in the spirit realm where he dwells and minister unto him there. So the duty of ministering to him is given to us through seeking wisdom, man. You know, one example is the law, statutes, and commandments, which is like an outline of what to do and what not to do in this faith. Like, you're not supposed to be out there committing adultery, which is sleeping with another man's wife. You're not supposed to be out there stealing or murdering. Those are all avenues of wisdom. Says, whoso giveth ear unto her shall judge the nations. See, because that's the end goal, is to be set up as judges, because the Israelites are low as it stands, but we're looking to be exalted by the Most High, man. Exalted to the point of judging the nations, commanding for the other nations of what to do, because as it stands, man, the other nations are over us. They tell Israel what to do. They influence Israelite culture. They influence so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American culture. But we through wisdom, through seeking Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, as we're doing, hey, we're looking to get that. It says, and he that attendeth unto her shall dwell securely. See? Because that security really comes from Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. There's other scriptures that speak about him giving his angels charge over thee to protect thee. The Lord giving you a hedge of protection and so forth. Brothers go through a lot of shit, a lot of near misses when it comes to things that happen to them, man. But that safety, that security comes into place because why? Because you are serving wisdom, being wise. You know, a lot of people out here on the opposite end who aren't wise, they end up getting judged. They end up getting put to death. And a lot of people are getting put to death as we speak. Look at the very fact that a lot of people took the that Jesus juice injection for the past 2 years or so. A lot of them people are dead right now because they didn't have wisdom. It says, if a man commit himself unto her, he shall inherit her, and his generation shall hold her in possession. You see that? You're supposed to commit yourself unto her, unto wisdom. Just like you may be committed unto a woman, well, the biggest commitment is to this truth. So it's your operation within the brotherhood, whatever role you may play. and pushing out these shows, pushing out these lessons to edify brothers and sisters out there, man. That's how you commit yourself onto this thing. You don't take breaks. You don't fall out the truth and say, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go to the Fiji Islands 3 months and not meditate on the ways of the Lord. Nah, you commit yourself. It says, for the first, she will walk. Matter of fact, let's look up this word for commitment, or actually to commit. Commit. To carry out or perpetuate, pledge or bind to a certain course or policy. So, hey, that's what you do. It says, for at the first she will walk with him by crooked ways and bring fear and dread upon him. So that's what happens when you come to commit yourself to wisdom, man. You'll go through things. Like I said, that's why the scriptures in itself just said you're supposed to hold fast unto her. But then as you hold fast, fear and dread and crooked things start coming, man. Your boss becomes more of an asshole, or you get fired, or you working a dead-end job, or you having car issues, or you have no car at all. Woman issues. Your woman step out and you leave you. Take your children. That will happen, And you gotta, throughout all of this, throughout everything you go through, you gotta look at it as a self-reflection mission. Because look, evil and wicked people that are evil and wicked are always gonna do what they do. But you, as a man of the Lord, have a higher responsibility to check yourself when you're going through situations. Not act out of emotion, not act in spite. You got to give your time, things to let things marinate and operate in the spirit of calmness, man. It says torment him with her discipline until she may trust his soul and try him by her laws. Then she will return the straight way unto him and comfort him and show him her secrets. See? So after these major trials that we go to, that's when wisdom starts dealing with you more. Why do you think brothers that have been in the truth for a number of years, be it the elders and apostles, right? 15, 20, 25, 30 plus years. They've been through things, man. They've seen things. They were tried to the limit. Apostle Racha always goes into it, how he was homeless at a certain point of time. But you know what? He's still in the truth to this day, retaining the information of these scriptures. So we got to be prepared for that. And that no matter what happens, we have to commit ourselves to the Most High, man, to Yahweh Bashim Shai, to wisdom. All right. And a prayer must be implemented, because that's how you improve your conversation skills with the Most High. You're going before him, making supplication, in other words, begging him to stay with you, to nurture you, to comfort you through what you go through, to improve your mindset, to take you to the next level. And that shows faith. Because sometimes it gets dark, man. Being in this truth and seeking wisdom, it gets dark to the point where you can't see your way out of a situation. You got to pray your way out of it. And then you have to maintain that inner vision that things will get better, that the Most High will put you on a different level, that he will get you through. It says, but if he go wrong, she will forsake him and give him over to his own ruin. But that's what will happen if you go wrong. And that happens that happens sometimes in this truth. When you go wrong, the Most High will start jacking you up if you may operate outside of this wisdom. But if you have the fear, then you start doing the right thing. You check yourself. All right. So that was all I wanted to do on this lesson. Pretty much going into that relationship between seeking wisdom and obtaining it, and the things you will go through.